Welcome to Beyond the Digital, darling.
A sneak peek behind the scenes at Beyond the Dawn.
Banter and all.
So get cozy, strap in, grab a brew, and enjoy. Hello.
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 Hey there, Delilah.
Oh, hey there, Delilah. La, la, la,
I'm
la,
in New
la,
York
la,
City.
la.
I'm 1,000
Miles away,
girl.
girl.
Tonight
You look so pretty. Yes, you do. I forgot about that song.
I feel like it's not really played, is it?
I think there's some controversy. Sorry, we need to shut up. Continue now.
That's all right.
There was some controversy about it, I think.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, I think
about?
the guy that wrote it and the girl he wrote it about, it was a bit of a stalker situation, or it was an unrequited situation. And I remember there being some PR about it, and the girl who was the object of the desire not being happy that the song had been brought out, because it was like another way for him to kind of harass her.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy because it's such a big song.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows that
I've
song.
went to that.
Yeah, because we're all hopeless romantics. Yeah, because you wouldn't for a million years think that.
You wouldn't think anything sinister, would that?
No, you wouldn't.
No.
No. You want
It's
to
just-
believe that that's just a man in love who is
That's it.
declaring his love, and that you would automatically assume that the person on the other side of that would want that love.
Yeah, it's just
Mm.
receiving of it, whereas
Yeah.
not the case.
Have you
for
ever
that.
had a scenario where somebody's been obsessed with you and you've not felt the same way and it's been a bit awkward?
There was one guy in school,
Oh.
in high school, he was a bit weird.
Tell me. Tell me all the details.
So,
He bought me a teddy from Disneyland.
oh, that's cute.
That sounds cute, but we're doing the same thing as the Delilah song. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
it wasn't
oh my
cute.
God, that's so nice.
It was weird. It was really weird.
Have you still got the teddy?
Yeah. It was what's the pink stitch called?
Don't know.
No idea.
I don't know, but it's a pink stitch.
Ailey would know.
Girl
Yeah.
Stitch.
The girl one. And it's like
I didn't know there was a pink one.
this big. It's big. And he showed up to school with it after going on the Paris trip with school.
Oh.
So everyone on the trip knew who was buying me this teddy. I've never spoke to him before.
So I have a story.
Oh, go on.
I feel like
Also
your
high
story will
school.
be better
I
than
feel
mine.
bad about
Mine's
my
just a teddy.
story. My story's pretty bad. My story does not put me in a good light, and as an adult, I have some regret over the way I handled
Oh, okay.
the situation.
So you wouldn't handle it that way anymore?
No, I think when you're a teenage girl,
Mhm.
although some days I feel like I'm still that exact same teenage
We
girl.
literally
to
had
be
that
fair.
conversation just earlier.
Right, like I don't know. Sometimes I
Mm.
don't feel like I've got my shit together the way I thought I would have my shit together at this age. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I feel that way.
Yeah, but when I speak to my mum's like, she's always saying to me, I'm still that 18-year-old girl.
Mm.
You know,
I feel like no matter who you speak to, everyone's like, I don't think I've got my shit together
Yeah.
like I thought I would. No matter who
maybe
you are.
just don't. Maybe
No,
there's just
maybe.
maybe no one on this
Nobody
planet
ever
Mm.
has their shit together. Yeah, and it's one of those illusions, But yeah, so there was a guy, and he was rather peculiar,
Mm.
and we didn't speak. We weren't in the same friendship circles. You know that there's a hierarchy in high school, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it, and I wish it
Definitely.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
But there was a hierarchy in high school, and what's hilarious about this is I was nowhere near the top of that hierarchy, just to be absolutely clear. And yet this particular gentleman was still below me in terms of
Right.
popularity.
Yeah.
He was what you could have considered to be a bit peculiar, a bit strange, a bit of a
Similar to
misfit.
mine. Yeah, same as me.
You could have easily made him a Tim Burton character. Let's just put that out there. There could have been a Tim Burton animation. He could have been called Victor. Right? He wasn't, but he
But
could
he
have.
had the look. Yeah.
He had the whole vibe of that kind of thing. And through kind of mutual friends, running through the ranks, it got back to me that he had a slight crush on me.
Mhm.
Which at that stage, that's really flattering.
That's okay,
I
yeah.
found it really flattering. I thought that's nice. Isn't that sweet? I was absolutely going to do nothing about it. But at the same time was like, you've got to take that as a win, right? Like, somebody thinks you're cute. That's never bad. Yeah. That's never bad.
No, that's not a bad thing.
And as a teenage awkward girl as well, somebody recognising that I'm cute, I was like, yes. Yeah. Yes. I'll take this. Yeah. Anyway, what started off as a crush ended up him kind of stopping at corners of the school, waiting for me to walk past, which it took me a little while to recognise that was happening. So often I thought it was an accident or a coincidence, and then I started to realise that actually after most classes, because we were not in the same classes, you know, as everybody breaks for class and everybody goes down the hallways and they all hoard down in a big crowd, there'd just be these little eyes peeking
around the corner.
Round corners.
Hello.
And I'd be like, oh, okay. And he was watching me go to class. So that got a bit awkward. And then a few weeks, there was nothing that happened for a few weeks. And then one day I was walking home and I turned around and he was kind of like, there. It was awkward.
That is weird.
And I started to feel a bit creeped out because I don't think he lived anywhere near me. No. I do not know what was occurring. Anyway, I'm making him sound really creepy, which I don't mean to, but he just had a crush on me, and God love him, he really thought there were a chance.
He thought that was working.
Us. Yeah, and I respect that. The hopeless romantic in me respects that now as an adult.
Yeah.
Now that my heart has been absolutely crushed to a million pieces by men all over the globe. I'm joking. Dramatics. But no, like, it was, bless him, he really did think that there might be a chance.
Secretly following you around. That's not a great way to go about it.
I'm not sure strategically it was the right way to go. Anyway, this one day he actually engaged with me and he walked up to me in the playground and practically threw this paper at me, and it was a love letter. And I was the worst version of me ever. This is not a good story about me in terms of character.
Did you throw it back at him?
No. I read the note, knowing that he was like hiding around the corner watching me read the note. I put the note away and I didn't do anything in front of him. But then I allowed my friends to read the note and we took the piss out of the note.
To be fair, I think letting your friends read it, that's very normal.
There was a mistake in the note. A spelling mistake.
Right.
He had said in the note that he was the beast and I was the butty.
The butty. What kind of butty? Let's get real now. What kind of butty?
Call me butter because I'm on a roll. I don't know. I feel awful that I've just shared that again, but me and my friends found it really funny because he was obviously trying to say I'm the beast and you're the beauty, and it was a really lovely sentiment. But then all of the jokes about him wanting to eat me were like, she's the butty. She's gonna have you for dinner. And then my friends. The innuendo. Anyway, the point is, I wasn't the best version of myself. What I should have done is I should have maybe written him back or had a conversation with him and said, thank you, but no thank you. That was very sweet. And, I wish you well in all of your endeavours. Or whatever you're supposed to say in those situations. But I didn't. I think I felt so uncomfortable that there was an edge of comedy that needed to occur for me to kind of like not feel creeped out. I was a bit creeped out.
Understandable though.
Yeah.
I get that.
So yeah. And then years later, I spoke to a friend who explained to me that he was just he's not a friend, he's a friend of my ex-husband, but he was friends with the guy at the time in high school, and he explained to me that he was just desperately in love with me, and I was just the subject of every conversation for like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And that he was a very, very sweet guy, a very, very nice, lovely guy, and that he'd just taken a shine to me, which was weird because I'm not sure that he'd actually ever
spoken to
been in my company. So maybe he was attracted to the way I looked, but I certainly don't know that he could have really been.
No, because you don't know somebody if you don't speak to them.
No. If he'd have spoke to me, that would have solved him of his crush in one go, probably. But yeah, so that's my creepy story. I don't really have any others.
No,
I've got funny stories. Like the stuff that I used to do as a teenage girl on the internet. That sounds awful.
That sounds dreadful.
I really led us down the wrong path. Just to be clear, I've never been to a P. Diddy party. No, I used to have MSN.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I flirted with a dude on MSN and got him to send me and my friends a Domino's pizza.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I shared my address with a stranger on the internet. Everything's wrong.
When you say like
you got a pizza out.
Luckily, he didn't turn up at the door and kidnap us. He literally, yes, it was, wow. And he didn't scrimp neither. He bought like 3 large pizzas, all of the sides, a bottle of Coke and everything. He must have really been
winning.
Yeah,
that is good.
And then before ghosting was a thing, I was like, thanks, that's so nice. Speak to you tomorrow. Block.
You know where I live, but block.
Yeah.
The thing is, these are completely out of character scenarios. So I've got 1 or 2 funny stories, and I can't regret them because when I'm a little old lady and I tell these stories in the nursing home, I'll be laughing about them. And, you know, I spent over 20 years with the same person, or there was a little gap in between where we broke up. But, you know, I still had feelings for him during that gap. You know, it wasn't completely not about him during that time. So most of my interactions when it comes to dating and love and things, they've been very, very pure and they've been very, very sweet and they've been very, very honest, and I just have 1 or 2 character flaws, and I don't know why I just decided to out myself to the public, but there they are. Like, that's as bad as it gets.
That's pretty good.
And I definitely regret the way that I acted with, let's call him Victor, to protect his innocence. Everyone who I went to high school with, if anybody listens to this, will know exactly who I'm talking about, but still, Victor.
Yeah.
And I kind of regret my actions with the other guy, but not so much, because it was an act of it was a petty small act of microaggression, or what you might have called microfeminism. So I found out he'd been set up with me through an ex-boyfriend. Yeah. And I found out the reason why he wanted to date me was just because I was a blonde and he thought I was good looking, and he was using me as arm candy. And I realised quite early on in the date that he was kind of swanning around, making other girls jealous by having me on his arm, and it pissed me off. You want that? I'll give you that experience. Let's provide that for you as a life lesson. I don't know why I thought it was mine. My place. I don't know. Always like to share the wealth of education. I'm not sure, why. But yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Your turn now.
I don't have any stories.
So you might be struggling to navigate the chaos of divorce, and if you are and you've listened to any of our episodes recently, you'll know that you're not alone. I'm really lucky that I have had the support of Lindsey Hall in my network. She's a divorce coach and she's based here in the UK, which is fabulous. And basically, she's dedicated to helping you reclaim your life. Together, the community that Lindsey has created really helps turn overwhelm into more of a clarity, and to help you take control of your next chapter with confidence and, dare I even say, grace. Now, for all of us it's different. Maybe you need emotional support, practical advice, legal advice, or just somebody who really truly understands it. I find that Lindsey's content and her advice, it's just so much different to some of the friends and family that we have that just maybe can't fully understand what it's like in a time like this. Big shout out to Lindsey Hall. Check out our show notes and our group description for getting in touch, because she's a really good resource and she can just help in a way that so many others around us sometimes can't.
You don't?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I bet every time someone's been like into you that you've not been into, you've just been dead sweet to them and been like,
yeah, you're probably not, like, you're so kind, you're probably just like, oh, friends.
yeah.
And you just friend zone them instead.
Yeah,
Maybe.
let's go down park.
Yeah. I like park and get pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. I've made myself sound really bad on this episode.
I don't think you have. Because you've not repeated it.
No, and
it's not like it's been like a serial thing.
Right. And in my defense, when I like properly date and when I'm with somebody,
yeah,
I'm a good girlfriend. I know I am.
Yeah, very loyal.
Never cheated.
No.
Despite some of the things I was accused of in my last relationship, I never crossed any lines.
No,
never. And that's, I don't know, like, that's just bare minimum. That's not something I should get an award for. That should just
yeah, it's just the way it is. Just the way it is.
But in 2024, I feel like it is rare.
Yeah.
I remember when I was thinking about the marriage breaking down, the worst thing in my head was like, what if I do choose to date, what is dating going to be like?
Completely different scene to what
yeah, right now dating it's hard.
Everybody that I know that's actively dating thinks that it sucks.
Yeah. It does. It does.
That's the information we get off the street, you know.
Yeah.
So did you remember me that?
I did. That was
Like
loud.
it's the dating pool is a lot different now because everything's an app.
Yeah.
You don't go out and meet people. You got to speak to people.
Yeah, I mean, you can go out and meet people.
You can.
There are ways.
I think one of the strangest things, whenever I've spoken to any of my friends that have been actively looking, one of the strangest things that's changed, because I've got a couple of friends that are going through divorce and looking to get back on the scene. Guys don't approach them anymore. Like, you can go to a bar, you can look really pretty, you can be a walking green light, and guys don't feel comfortable coming over and approaching anymore. And I think that's got something to do with the fact that it's not been welcomed, or they get shut down a lot.
Maybe they don't want to accept being shut down.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine that though? Like the kind of I don't know where it comes from, but like the culture is that the guy is the one that pursues, and the guy chases the girl, and the guy pays for the date, and the guy is the one that's like utterly, kind of in the chase. I'm not so sure that is the way it is anymore. Is that because as women, we've moved into our masculine energy and we're more independent, and we've done that kind of active feminism where we have somehow shifted that culture so that it's no longer appropriate?
I think so, yeah, because as women, we're all looking for a guy who can provide more than what we've already got.
But I think that, like, I used to think that you were a half person and you meet somebody else and they're a half person, and then you together as partners become a whole, and like there is
cute.
So stupid. And there was one person out there that was your person. Like that was a belief system that, I don't know, it just was always there.
Yeah.
Now I'm a whole person by myself.
Mhm.
Like, my partner adds to
it, doesn't
adds
complete
the
it.
joy. It couldn't complete it because nobody will be able to love me the way I deserve to be loved unless I first love myself. Me moving away from previous relationships was an act of self-love. That was me. It was never me saying, oh, there's going to be somebody else out there better for me. What it was, you're not competing against all the dudes. You're competing against my peace.
Yeah.
You're competing against a joyful life that I can provide by myself. Thanks very much.
Yeah, you've got to provide more than
right.
that.
And there's only one thing that I want. There's only one thing that I want.
What's that?
Joy.
Yeah.
That's it. I want somebody who I laugh with. I want somebody whose company I enjoy. I want good conversation. I want excellent memories. I want special occasions. I want warmth. I want love. I want inclusion. That's it. One thing. Joy.
That's nice.
That's it. I don't need nobody else's bank account. I don't need nobody else to come save me. I would quite like somebody to do the blue jobs. This is where I fall down.
The blue jobs.
Yeah, you know, I want to be a feminist, but I don't want to do the blue jobs. Do you not know about the blue jobs?
No, I don't know what a blue job is.
Somebody telling me that I was driving around on a flat tire last week would have been a blue job.
Oh, okay.
Somebody checking that there's the right water or oil or solution or whatever the fuck goes in the car. Yeah, it's a blue job. The bins being taken out is a blue job. You know. That's it, really.
I've never heard that before.
I've never heard of that term. I've kind of learned
it's
to
probably
do that
not
shit
PC.
myself.
We might get some hate on this episode, but that's in my head. Like, that's, you know, I don't need anything else. Like, I don't, well, maybe a bit of DIY or somebody to find somebody to do the DIY, because I never know when somebody's a bit of a cowboy. Like, I don't care if you're the person doing the DIY, but you be the person who arranges it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get that, yeah. I've kind of learned to do that shit myself.
I think it's excellent, and I'm not saying that I couldn't. I am a strong, independent woman.
Definitely could.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
She knows she can. She's choosing not to.
Yeah.
The thing is, I know I say this almost every single time we get together, but I'm a strong woman when I am the mother of my children. I'm a strong woman when I'm in these walls and I'm doing what I need to do for the companies. I'm a strong woman when I'm stood up in front of our clients, or I'm in meetings with our clients. I'm a strong woman when I'm with my friends and all the rest of it. When I'm with my partner, and this is one of the wonderful things about my current situation, is that this is exactly what life has been like. Like, I want to be the baby girl. Please baby me. Because I'm strong and independent every other aspect of my life. I'm a complete adult and I've got it. I've got everything covered and everything. Well, my shit's not together, but I've got it covered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just don't. That's the one place where I actually would welcome being slightly more submissive.
Yeah. Which is okay.
I think it's okay, because if you was to speak to our Janet, she would tell us that the relationships that we get into, we're actively trying to complete cycles from our childhood. And one of the things that you guys will actively know about my childhood is that I was, 15 years after my sister, or 14 years after my sister. So I wasn't parentified. That's the term that people use. I wasn't really parentified because I wasn't the only kid, but I was the only child surrounded by adults. So what happened was I grew up much faster. Like, there wasn't childishness. There wasn't silliness.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some, and my dad was great at being childlike, but not as much as is natural for you to experience through your childhood. There were a lot of adults all the time. It was always sit down, shut up, behave yourself, and it was nobody's fault. It was just the way that it was. I didn't have kids to play with. I don't understand the sibling thing. My siblings, my two sisters, at one point were like mums. So they were so much older than me. They demanded so much more respect than me. What they said went. There was I couldn't push back and say, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, like you couldn't have that bickering argument with them.
No, and that's a developmental thing. Like, talk about somebody who was people pleasing. Talk about somebody who had to read a room and fill whatever somebody else needed to make, you know, to make everybody else comfortable.
Yeah.
And this is where the chameleon thing came in. And then you know, whack the fact that I was masking ADHD on top of that as well. It made for a situation where there is a lot of my childhood that didn't complete. So if what Janet says is accurate, and I believe Janet, like, gospel, I am looking for joy. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Joy. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Don't need nobody to pay my bills. Don't need nobody to, you know, I don't know, fight my corner. I don't know. I don't need to be the housewife at home. I don't need any of that. I mean, with a partner, if there was that stuff, then that's great.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that it's a bad thing. You make it work however it works together, right? But a lot of people are out there like, oh, I need it to be this. I want it to be this. I'm looking for a man in finance. What was that song? 6'5",
blue eyes.
Like, yeah, joy. One thing on the list.
Yeah.
Just somebody to be my pal.
I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you have to be pals before anything else.
Well, that's the thing that gets me as well. I've never had that before. I've
Like,
got it now.
Like,
but
if
I
you
never
don't
had it
like
before.
them as a friend, why would you want anything more?
I've gone straight into romance every single time I've had a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I with Jake, I went straight into romance because we were on the Tinder app. So, like, we were there with the intention, do you know what I mean? But we chatted first. So if I didn't like him, I wouldn't have gone any further. Like, you have to like them as a person and be friends with them.
This is a concept I wish you'd have told me when I was 19.
Sorry, I couldn't help then. I didn't know either.
Because I don't mean to be rude, but that's a new concept to me. Like, 19-year-old me did not think that way. There was one relationship that I had where we were very much like friends. In fact, we were more like friends than we were romantic partners. We said we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but we'd both been hurt by other people. And I think we just wanted the world to feel like we weren't some sad sacks that had been dumped. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was probably the most significant other relationship that I had. And it's interesting because there was no kind of romantic edge to that we never, you know.
Yeah.
That never happened. But we were together for like 3 months, I think, in a very short period of time. But he was a really good friend. I mean, he was a little bit selfish. But he was a good friend.
Yeah.
And and you know, I think all of us can recognise a time in our youth when we were a bit foolish. Do you know what I mean? We were a bit like, no, why did I do that? But you can't regret anything. It's scientifically proven that you regret the things you didn't do more than you regret the things you did do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like, nothing bad came from it, so why regret it?
I do think that, like, your age group and even younger are now embracing living life for experience, whereas living life for experience for women even a decade before was very much frowned upon. Like, I'd love to say that the 60s and 70s and the sexual revolution and all of that unlocked things, but it still didn't. The stigma over body count or over the fact that you wouldn't get a job and you go traveling or you're not going to college or university, like, it was still such a massive thing. Like, your path was kind of set out for you, whereas now I feel like your kind of generation and younger, it's kind of like, I'm going to live for the plot and that's okay.
Yeah.
Which I love that. And I almost wish I was, well, I definitely wish I was 10 years younger, but I feel like I almost wish I had been born into that time. I do think I would have had a completely different life.
Yeah.
Although I'd still want Jack and Bailey, so I don't know how we factor that in.
So it's like, how it is now, you're happy with it. So it's like, anything changes in the past, it would change how it is today. So
if we was to take a minute and actually look at our life and the things that we love about it, there's so much more to feel good about.
Yeah, there's more good than bad.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should do like a little gratitude circle. Go on, Nat, you start. What do you love about your life?
The love that I have in my life.
That's a good one.
The people that are around me, at work and at home. It's a good circle.
Yeah.
Short but sweet. Dash me.
That's
good,
all right.
though.
That's all right. Do you want to go on?
My animals. It's like, especially the horses, they take up most of my life.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for that. Like, it's good to have that aspect of life that even if I don't want to do it on a certain day, once I'm there, everything's fine again.
Yeah.
You enjoy it as well, don't you?
Yeah.
They're your babies.
They are.
I have so much. Like, I love being here. I say this all the time. Coming to work is like the haven. Like, the rest of the world can hide away as long as I'm... And it doesn't matter about the walls either. We've proven that.
Yeah, that's it. It is the people. Like,
it's the environment that we've created. I love it. But like, I get really grateful over small things. Like, I mean, it's not really small things, but just like sometimes it'll be raining outside and I'll get into bed and I'll be all cozy and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this bed.
Yeah, I feel like it's little things as well. Like, some nights me and Jake will just go get cookie dough one random night, and I'm grateful for that, to be able to do it.
The little things, haven't you? Because it's the little things that make it.
Yeah. And like laughing with people that I love. And like sometimes I know I'm a bit sentimental, but sometimes like I can close my eyes and I can imagine like any one of you guys that I adore, like just smiling. And I don't know, that just makes me dead happy.
Yeah.
There was a moment on Saturday night where I was walking back and I looked up and there was just this beaming smile, and I don't think I'll ever forget that moment. That was like a movie moment. Yeah, that was that, and it's like seared in my brain since Saturday night, and that was a nice. And I've thought about that, obviously. I've thought about that a lot since Saturday.
Yeah,
I keep kind of imagining. See, it's making me happy just thinking about it. Just I feel like
yeah, it's definitely them little things though that makes everything complete, really.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so much now people struggle with their mental health, and a lot of it is to do with some level of feeling like everything's getting on top of you and not being able to flip that mindset switch onto the good things. And I do think also it's a level of censorship, like people feeling like they can't talk about it. Or they can't talk about something.
Yeah. People hold a lot in, don't they?
Which is why I like the love that we've got here, because no matter what it is, I can talk to you guys about it.
Yeah. Like, nothing needs to be kept.
You don't need
like,
to censor
inside.
anything.
No. I was talking, and Janet's made it into this podcast twice today. I was talking to Janet about this yesterday because she's so accepting as a person. Like, I feel like, obviously, this will never happen, but I feel like I could murder somebody and literally ring Janet and be like, Janet,
I've done a thing and I need help.
And Janet would be like, okay, so we need to ring the police and we need to get you a solicitor. And you're okay. Like, you know, the reasons why you did this, or this and this, it doesn't make you a bad person, Dawn. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. You know, she's just so and I said something to her that stuck with me, and I'm going to write a post about it. And it was the distinction between character and behaviour. And I'm really looking forward to writing about it, because I've kind of like got a bit of a fire in my belly about it, because it just sparked this idea. Because even in my previous scenario, I attributed behaviour to character and would say, well, that person's not a great person because they behave in a certain way. And I'm not suggesting that we accept bad behavior either. I'm not suggesting that. And somebody who engages in bad behavior as a repeated pattern and isn't willing to change that, I do think then it starts to creep into character, because once you know it's a problem but you keep doing it, then it's no longer unintentional. Then it becomes like a lifestyle choice at the very least.
Conscious actions.
It's a conscious action. So, you know, there's all of that to think of. But somebody who, you know, has a bad day or behaves badly or, you know, has that, it doesn't actually make them a bad person. The character, it's just a reaction,
isn't it, to what's happening?
And that's an interesting concept to me. It's an interesting concept because I just feel like sometimes it's very easy to tarnish somebody over behaviour and pin it on character and write them off as a person.
Yeah, when it's very rarely their character that they've acted like that. Something completely different.
It's completely different. I love psychology. I love talking about mental health. And I love talking about connections and relationships. Every single time we have conversations in this arena, I just feel like we transcend a little bit, you know, like we understand life. Makes me feel like I have got my shit together. And this is the thing, you see, I've got my shit together in that medium. But ask me to be somewhere on time. Do you know what I mean? Like, Dawn, can you talk to us about your mental health? I can give you all the mental health tools that I've used this week. I can give you the 680 ones that I used this morning before breakfast. But like, ask me to have a tidy car.
I'm not very good at that.
You know, although I must admit I rely quite heavily on you guys in terms of mental health. Probably you as well, This has happened. What do I do? Do you know what I mean? I do that. But like, how good is it that I've got people that I can do that
it's
with?
good that you've got them options to pick from.
When I was doing the belonging sessions in positive psychology recently, the concept of who you hang around with and who you have the most frequent interactions with always comes up. And one of the exercises and tools that we sometimes will do is I'll ask you to name the 5 people that you encounter most frequently throughout your normal week. And you'll notice that that's very intentionally put, because sometimes the people we spend the most time with are not people we would have chosen to spend the most time with, but other factors, you know, get in the way. And then you rank those 5 people and you give them a positive score or a negative score based on whether they fill your cup, whether you feel good when you've been around them, whether it's been a positive interaction, or you give them a negative score if they're a bit of a drain. That actively can just be, that's just small tool can actively change everything. I'm really lucky. The people that I'm around most frequently, which would be the 3 of you in this room and my children, positive. All 5 of you.
Just thinking you 3, my mum, my dad.
Positive.
I've got 6. I've got you 3, and then Mum, Uncle Ray, and Jake. And they're all positive.
Right. So we're winning. Even when it feels like we're losing, even when other things outside of the unit feels bad. Like I don't know how, but I've collected loads of enemies this month.
But that's it. Like, even though that's happening on the outside, you've then got that unit, the good unit, to go back to. Right.
And the enemies I've collected are so far out of that bubble that like they can't really infiltrate. You know. Plus, you know, they're not really enemies. They're just mirroring their own behaviour to themselves. You know, we could go down that rabbit hole and have a laugh about it. But yeah, it's a strange thing to consider. What was sad for me is that somebody that I love dearly, that I had that conversation with when he was working out who the people are, not all of his were positive. In fact, I think, I could be wrong here, but I think 4 out of 5 were more negative. And I was like, oh, crap. That's not fun. No, but once you know that, you can change it.
Yeah, once you're aware of it, you can make changes.
it's a strange thing when you have that conversation with the client and they're like, okay, yes, I've got my 5. Right now, out of those 5, I want you to give them a positive or negative score. And they go, maybe not. And it's like, it's hard. You sit on the other side of the camera trying to hold that safe, loving space. And you know, how awful is that? Like, it doesn't happen very often, but occasionally it will be like they're really nearest and dearest, like a sister or a brother, or sometimes even parents, you know, and it's like, that's awkward, because you can't remove, well, you could, of course you could, but lots of people choose not to remove negative family. Yeah. But what you can do in those instances is obviously create boundaries. Yeah. Yeah.
There's ways around it as opposed to removing them, isn't there?
So. Right, I think so. And you know what I love? I'm gonna mention Janet again. We're gonna have to tag her in this episode.
We'll have to direct people.
She's taught me something about she's a relationship expert. So just to plug our friend here, she's a relationship expert, but she's taught me something about relationships, because I think I had a lot of all or nothing thinking before I started moving into this personal growth centre. And over the last kind of 3 or 4 years, I've learned that it doesn't have to be that way. And then whenever I speak to Janet, she kind of adds another layer onto, the depth of these kinds of things. And she has a relationship in her life that has evolved past what kind of, what normal kind of culture and social norms would suggest it could be. And that has proven to me that those positive relationships, even if they're not somebody who ends up being that in that frequent 5, you want to keep them. Those people who are positive, not necessarily role models, but positive interactions, like even if you don't see them all the time, you'll want to keep in contact with those people, and that should be your marker, really. Do you know what I mean? Did this person mess up? Maybe. 99% of the time when I'm with them, are they great? Yeah. If you were to try and figure out some sort of formula for, I don't know, forgiveness, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That should be it. Like 9 times out of 10 that I spend with you are bloody amazing, and I walk away feeling grateful for my life. The one time that you spilt that drink on me, we'll let it go. Yeah. Other than you spilled that drink down my favourite dress, that's it, we're done. I will never see you again. But again, I had an instance when I was 21. I had somebody who I would have considered to be my best friend if you'd asked me at the time. And I went to university and I made other friends, and I remember on my 21st birthday I had to beg her to come to my birthday party. And she did, but she didn't really make much of an effort. I could tell.
Yeah, she was there, but she didn't really show up.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like physically there, but she didn't really show up. And I don't know why. I think maybe there might have been some resentment over the fact that I'd made friends at uni. I don't know. I can't be 100% sure. Anyway, after that interaction, I decided that I wouldn't call her again, and I'd wait and see how long it was until she called me. And we have never verbally spoken since. She did send me a card when Bailey was born, but it was too late. It was my 21st birthday. Bailey was born when I was 25. It was like 4 years later. Yeah. It was too late.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. She had my phone number, like we could have texted. Yeah. I'm not that old that we didn't have mobile phones. Like, just to be absolutely clear. Like,
communication was a thing.
It was 10p a text message, mind, back in the day. Don't know if you guys know that. Were you born into the world of unlimited contracts?
I was not.
No.
I was not.
No,
we used
to put credit on.
Go to the shop to get credit.
Okay, so I love this because at least I feel like I'm not too old in this conversation. Yeah, it used to cost 10p a text message.
I didn't really text my pals that much, though, but I did have to go to the shop to get me £10 top up.
It's one of those things that it worked for a time, and then technology booted it out. So like it was 10p for a text message, but you could go on, if you could get Wi-Fi, you could go on Wi-Fi and you could chat to somebody
for free
over the internet. So it quickly killed itself off.
That's it.
Even now, how many people actually text rather than WhatsApp?
I don't really. I text my mum.
Sometimes I have to text.
I also WhatsApp my mum as well.
I text my mum if she's out of the house because I know her internet's turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not being rude, I feel like we use text messages for the older people in our lives who haven't invested in unlimited roaming data, or the teenagers and kids in our lives who also have like a low-level, cheaper plan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But most of us, when we get our mobile phone contracts, we're like unlimited.
Yeah, as much as possible. Yeah.
So that you never get caught out.
Yeah.
Because my phone is like a limb now.
Literally, yeah. I've increased my internet now, but like not long ago I was on, I think, 20 gig. And I'd go through that so fast.
I'm on 30 gig now.
I have 250 now.
And I'm thinking, is it enough?
Yeah.
Like, my internet went down at home for a couple of days. And like as a sorry while they were trying to fix it, they gave me unlimited. And I'm like, this is revolutionary. Like,
this is great.
I can hotspot.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not worried about it. I connected the telly to my phone. I hotspotted the telly to my phone.
Yeah, it's life changing.
I was round at my pal's house and it was life changing.
I've got to say,
I'm without a worry.
I've been an unlimited data person for quite some time, and you can't go back.
It's never something that's bothered me before.
No.
Like, I'm always like connected to an internet somewhere, so 30 gig might have been enough, but since I've got the unlimited, I don't want it to end.
Don't want to go back on Wi-Fi.
I couldn't go back. No. Because, it just annoys me. I mean, it happened to us. There's so many places that say that you can have Wi-Fi and that you can have connectivity. And if you're trying to work, if you're running a business or you're doing whatever you need to do, like that time when we went down to London, we paid extra to be in the first class suite so that we could have Wi-Fi and we could work. There was like 3.5 hours where we could have worked. Yeah. And they just never switched it on. Yeah. So annoying. And actually, data wasn't that great, so we didn't get much work done.
The service was shocking.
It was really shocking. So even with the hotspot, it didn't really work. But just things like that, like, I don't know. I like knowing that there's a contingency plan.
Yeah.
I really don't like being caught out. What are we going to call this episode?
I don't know. It's a long one as well.
Internet, mental health, and boys.
Yeah.
Literally a bit of everything.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
It's been an interesting one.
It has been
We've been all over the place.
Yeah. I do like it when we skip along to different things. So, until next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
Don't forget to follow our socials.
Join our free group and let us know what you'd like to hear about in the future.
Join us next time.
Love you. Bye.